All right, hello everyone. Here we are back for another tutorial here for you. And just wanted to kind of briefly go over Tour 10 for you and basically what you're going to need to complete your Tour 10 journey to hopefully master that tour as efficiently as possible. So first, let's take a look at Tour 10 real quick. And here you can see that the courses are the Namhe Cliffs course and the Gokasho Bay, and the Oasis is going to be the three tours, courses that you're going to be using for Tour 10. Additionally, you'll be playing for $3 million matches, and the prize that you'll be earning will be the $6 million, and also 20 points towards your clan divisions for every game that you win as well. Additionally, let's take a look at the rules here. So we're going to be playing from the mid-tournament distance, which is the second tee box. And if you guys have played the expert tournament, you know, maybe down towards the pro, it's kind of like a hybrid wind. You'll kind of be in that same similar range where it could be as low as some pro winds, but it could be as high as and just a little bit higher than the maximum expert wind. So thinking to the tournaments, that's kind of the range that you're looking at, that 8 to 18 miles per hour. And of course, you know, I will probably, you know, suggest for most cases that you're using Kingmakers in this tour. It's really going to be, you know, the first tour that's going to really need that extra ball requirement is going to be this Tour 10. So a lot of my guides, you'll see, will have the Kingmaker, which, you know, will keep your winds right around basically between 5 and maybe 13-ish miles per hour, give or take. So somewhere in that range will be what you're looking for, 12, maybe 12 miles per hour. And you're also going to see a needle increase speed of 50%. So that little bit of extra needle speed is going to make, you know, perfect ball getting a little bit harder. And also, you know, the spin will be hitting, so you won't be able to see the ball guide of your opponent, and they won't be able to see yours either. You'll have to visually create the shots on your own. So let's get a little bit more into the bag, and what I'm going to recommend for you guys with these three tours, they are a little bit longer, and some of the more challenging courses, especially the Oasis. That's the one that they just recently added and really has a very big length component to it. So if you can bring Apocalypse, that is going to be, you know, your kind of #1 outlet. Similarly, though, you're really not going to have to fret if you have to bring even Thor 4, Thor 5. It's going to be very manageable for you to be able to get through this tour as well. You're not going to have to hit any drivers on shootouts. There's the potential for one, but it's also optional. So it's an Oasis hole, and it's you know, hole 7, I believe, and very long par 3 that they created for that tour, but it's the only possible one where you would need a driver. So if you wanted to go with the driver, having the Thor hammer will give you that extra backspin boost to be able to kind of cover yourself on that hole. But, you know, for only one hole, and as I mentioned, you know, it's not necessarily an essential type shot to hit. So, you know, you may just not really worry too much about whether or not to bring Thor or Apocalypse. Whatever you feel a little bit more comfortable, they're going to be very equal in these Tour 10 matches. So aside from that, you know, I've never deviated from the sniper. I do think you're going to give yourself the best chance, especially on the shootouts, to win matches if you keep sniper on your bag. There's no course here that really needs, you know, high backspin type or length, guardian type backspin. So definitely sniper is going to be your go-to wood for this tour. Similarly with the long iron, you are going to get yourself into a little bit of trouble with length. So there is two long iron shootouts. They're going to be the Namie Cliffs holes, and they're going to require, 80% of the time you're going to need to use a long iron. There'll just be very, very rare instances where it may not be. And those 2 holes are very thoroughly covered in my channel, so do be sure to check out those playlists so you can see the shots. But length is a premium, so for this tour, I'm going to recommend that you either use a B52.6. If you don't have a B52.6, then you'll have to switch to the Goliath so you can still keep that length component. Having that nice backspin, at least 45 to 50, is going to be crucial for success for tailwinds on those long iron cases. Without being able to stop the ball in a tailwind, you might put yourself in kind of a, B52 will be the better club for the headwinds and sidewinds, but in the tailwind situation, the Goliath will have the advantage. So you need to kind of try to prevent that capability by making sure that you do bring the Goliath. So those are really the only 2 that I would be thinking about. Aside from that, you'll want to go with basically any of these short irons. Not going to be cumbersome no matter what you choose. You can choose Hornet, Claw, Thorn. Any one of those is going to easily get you through this tour. Just keep in mind that you're going to have a little bit faster needle, so having that little bit of extra precision could help. So this is one tour where you may want to forego a couple yards and just switch over to Hornet for this tour, because that little bit of extra precision to that 96 precision could make or break, giving you that extra hole out with the great ball, because accuracy is going to become a new premium with these faster needles. Similarly, with the wedges, you're going to be using the same type of logic. So whichever one has the highest accuracy is what I'm going to recommend that you go with. Once you get end bringer to a 5, that's the point that I'm going to switch over. As soon as it gets to the 95 number, that's the point that I'm going to switch over from the rapier, just to have that little bit of extra accuracy boost, because you are going to hit much more great balls than you would have used to on the old update. So aside from that, you're going to want to go with length being your premium for your rough iron and short iron. So do be bringing your longest clubs, as you're really going to need to make sure that you can get the ball down there as far as possible for when you drive it into the bunkers. Especially on the Oasis holes, I mean, the sand is so close on that course that having that extra out with the extra length is going to be highly crucial to making sure that you can hopefully, if you drive it in the bunker, still be able to get to the green. So hopefully you guys find that advice very beneficial. And when looking at these holes, do check over all my tutorials. I have this this tour is very extensively covered on my channel. So do be looking at the playlist. If I was to go to YouTube here and go to my library and go to my channel, I could go to playlists, for instance, and you'll see that, all these holes. Here's the Namie, here's the Gokasho, and here's the Oasis. So you'll see 6 different playlists. Just be sure you're finding the one that says second tee. So that's what you'll be looking for, and as you can see, very, very well covered. This is 20 holes, 16 holes, 27 holes, 14 holes, 41 holes. This is just very, very extensive list of library for this Tour 10. So hopefully you guys find this beneficial, and there's more than enough content there to keep you satisfied to see a lot of different perspective and wind angles. So hopefully, you can make some good sense of those videos and really hone in on getting through this tour as easily as possible. Good luck. Let me know how it goes, guys, and catch you guys later. See you guys.